ang Takas ang Katotohanan sa Showcast. Because in this podcast, we will be talking about back of the line Philippine educational incompetency, wherein we are aiming to be able to reach late adolescents and early adults in the private and public educational system with concerns regarding the exclusivity and internal issues revolving around the educational system. And we will be providing evidence of exclusivity and issues of several factors in our educational system supported by reported statistics for the audience to have a deeper understanding and awareness of the overall situation of the educational crisis evident in the Philippines. So the youth is the hope of our future. A well-known quote from Jose Rizal emphasizes the relevance of education in understanding the relevance of connecting with one's roots to achieve one's goals. And Rizal advocates education as the foundation of society. And what will become of us when our foundation itself lacks support? But before we dive deeper into that, I would like to introduce to you my fellow hosts. So, Anne, tell us what we will be tackling about in our episode today regarding the educational incompetency in the Philippines.
Our topic for this episode is about the educational crisis in the Philippines regarding the gap of private and public schools. In terms of exclusivity and quality of education, the corruption of the government leads to the lack of resources and facilities for public schools. The internal issues of the school system are a culture of prioritizing appearances over actual results, denial of issues, concealment, and dishonesty among key executives undermine the efforts of dedicated teachers.
That will only be the scope of our episode because, educational crisis is not a narrow topic. It's very broad with several factors. That is why we jotted it down into three major topics. And so, like what Anne mentioned a while ago, the Philippines has this gap of private and public schools in terms of exclusivity and quality of education. So, what do you guys have to say about that?
Napapansin ko kasi, education quality in the Philippines is not the same across the country. So ayun na nga, students in cities like Metro Manila have better access to quality schools, resources, and opportunities, while those in remote areas face significant problems. Factors such as poverty, geographic location, and socioeconomic status play a huge role in determining the quality of education students can acquire.
Ayun nga, that is very true nga. Pero kasi for so long, people have been using poverty as an excuse as the cause of the lack of education. Kasi pwede namang hindi mangyari yun eh. If only the government is using its funds in better enhancing the educational system to better cater to different social statuses. We can clearly see that public schools are lacking resources and access to certain facilities that better support their students compared sa mga private schools. Pero what would you say about that? Do you think that's true or there's still issues in both parties? Sa tingin nyo?
Ayun, tungkol doon, I don't think na pag sinabi mong private school, it's perfect. Like, there's no flaws. It's just a higher quality of education.
Yes, tama.
There are people who naaangat sa buhay, and then may tao na, alam mo na yun, nandyan lang to get by.
Pwede ba ako magbigay ng opinion tungkol sa public schools and private schools?
Sure, go ahead.
Di ba yung public, mostly free siya para sa lahat?
Yeah.
So, para sa akin, para siyang good thing sa mga, parang sa mga taong affected ng poverty, walang pera, na kailangan mag-aral.
Pero, kasi din naman, the US is well known for its public schools, right? Alam niyo ba yun? Na most of the schools sa America is, public schools. So, going back sa history, it was actually America yung nag-establish ng public schools sa Pilipinas. And, comparing those two, sa America naman kasi, sa US specifically, meron silang public school systems, and it is quite effective din naman. But although there still are issues such as those school shootings, and it's not only cause of the educational system, but also the individual lives of the students. Kasi ang nangyayari kasi, it's because of their environments or their upbringings, kaya nagkukos ng mga issues na ganun sa public schools ng US. Ah, ng US, okay, cut ko yun. Sa Pilipinas nga lang, yun nga, lagi tayong kulang sa funds, lagi tayong kulang sa pera. Pero, ang daming nawawalang pera. That is very, very questionable. People in authority are the ones to be taken accountable for that.
So to add on to that, many schools in the Philippines, especially in rural or underserved areas, face shortages in educational resources. This includes textbooks, teaching materials, computers, and internet access. Lack of facilities such as proper classrooms, sanitary facilities, and learning tools make it difficult for students to have a conductive environment for learning.
Lahat naman kasi yan interconnected eh. Dahil nga dun sa competency din ng all of that are interconnected, causing much more bigger problems than it already is.
Based on the research that I've seen or read, a report from the Philippine Commission on Higher Education or
People in
CHED
authority sa government
reveals
natin.
that while many teachers are hired, a significant number lack professional training. Research showed that a number of teachers in the Philippines do not meet the necessary qualifications to teach their subjects effectively.
There's many contributions to the overall incompetency of our system.
And I hope that every people will be aware now since every individual deserves quality education to enhance their skills and abilities, hope for a better life and society. The excuse of social status, a hindrance to a fulfilling life, has long been overdue. A problem left unsolved develops into an unsolvable problem, and the blame is to be put upon the people in authority and ignorance of its people.
So that would be the end of our episode for now. And I hope that this sparks enlightenment to you, listeners, about the importance of education for the betterment of not only yourselves but the overall well-being of our society in the Philippines, and how you may be able to contribute to society given that we the youth will be taking over the responsibilities laid upon by the past generations. So then again, this is Shakast, and it's time to say goodbye now.
Bye mga kasyakas! Until our next chismisan!
Bye guys, see you next time.
Bye-bye. See you next podcast.
Bye-bye. See you next podcast.
Gaya-gaya po.
Gaya ka kay Andre. Gaya ka.
Magkabagod.
Sibat na kami mga sa.